cruising Kansas, 0 out of 14. We've got to go to every single city. It's not like the Balkans or Black Sea, where we can just pick and choose 15 out of 30. It's got to be all of them. I mean, it says to or from 14, but it's all of them. See, 100 miles. It's not quite as bad as the 200 kilometers of the Balkans one. Also, the cities are generally further apart, so that also helps. We're just going to browse our emails because that'll be the new special transports. So we'll add some of those in. Always cool. And let's check out some jobs. We're highly unlikely to actually get any that we want to go to, but hey, it's worth a look. Okay, there we go. I can go all the way to Kansas City immediately if I want to. Oh, there we go, Pittsburgh. Oh, perfect. 182 miles. Oh, it's like it was made for me. Fantastic. $40 per mile's not great. It's not bad. It could be worse. We're not really in it for the money. We do have to be mindful though. Latest update to the game did also change the way that the damage is applied. You can now have permanent damage applied to your truck. And then you just have to like refurbish it or replace it or something at some point. I'm not quite sure how that even works yet. Let's find out. Let's see what it says in the service log now. Does this say, yeah, so this now shows a little bit different. You can repair and replace now. And then you can get recommendations. So that's probably going to be a bit more of a problem. We're going to have to be a little bit more careful with how we drive compared to how we normally do these things. At least we'll be limited to 90. So there's that. Okay, so there's the garage nearby that we've not actually been to before.
Get ready to turn.
I mean, we've not been even here before. It's just we got fast traveled here, thankfully.
Turn right.
We have been to McAllister. We just didn't explore it very widespread. It's pretty unknown still, looks like. But we can at very least just buy the garage, because why not? You can do that virtually anyway. You can like buy them online, but hey. It's kind of fun to do it in person. Oh, and there's some damage straight away from reversing into the thing. Great. So it begins. Let's see how close can we get to totaling this truck purely by accident. Yeah, we're actually going to be a bit more careful about checking for traffic and maybe not speeding through intersections quite so much this time around. Not quite as much. It'll still happen, don't you worry. So we're limited to 65 miles an hour, which is actually faster than... okay. Didn't it say left and then turn left? I actually wanted to go right and then turn left. Whatever. Yeah, it's actually a little bit faster than what we get limited to in ETS2. It's kind of weird. There's a bit of bias almost towards American Truck Simulator with these sorts of events. One, the maximum or the minimum distance, sorry, is not as big. It's like 100 miles, which is 160 Ks instead of 200 kilometers. And you get limited to 65 miles an hour, which is over 100 Ks an hour. Whereas in ETS2, you're limited to 90 Ks an hour. So, you know,
left, and then exit left.
The events in ATS are actually more pleasant to do. You're less limited. It's quite interesting. Okay, now we're exiting left, yeah, sure. Oh, we have another new mail, interesting. I mean, the distances that you end up traveling in America tend to be larger than what you travel in Europe, but at least you're able to go slightly faster while you do it, which is nice.
Go straight.
Alright, so we're uncovering a little bit more of these roads at least. I haven't been exhaustive, but we can always travel back here. One of my stretch goals for this year was trying to get like 100% map exploration again in ETS2 and possibly even ATS. Yeah, that hasn't happened. We've made some headway in ETS2.
Right.
Mostly just ticking off some of the older areas such as the Baltic states. Places that we generally left pretty well explored anyway. I think Lithuania was pretty bad. Seriously? That's going to be the really annoying thing with the new damage system, is how sometimes you just take damage for no real reason, just because the game sends you across an area where your truck is just a little bit too low. How do I get around to where my trailer is? I think I'm probably meant to go around there to the left. But it's right there.
Good driving.
The map seems to indicate a wall of buildings or something around to the left, so I guess I could have come in from behind. It seems a bit more direct. That's just the way that I meant to go out, probably. Right.
Time to hit the road.
Indeed, time to hit the road. I am going to have a quick look once we get to the entrance of this place again at what the map is showing. Also check my email. What's this? Oh, used trucks, that's right. Used trucks got added. That's not a feature I really care about. I mean, we can take a look purely for the sake of it. There you go, permanent wear, parts wear, so various conditions and stuff. The idea is that they're cheaper when you're just starting out, but unless they've also changed the way that the bank works, you get a ton of money really quickly, and cost of things is generally not an issue. So a lot of their changes don't seem to make much difference. So we could go this way to look at the viewpoint and the photo opportunity in McAllister. I think it's probably a good idea. Oh, we missed a photo op there. Oh, we have to go north. That's right. We still have to do a whole lot of stuff through Idabel and what have you. Well, we've got a very nice delivery up the 69, looks like. So that's fun. I guess we could leave the viewpoint and stuff for another time when we're specifically trying to explore Oklahoma more, because we've got to do this stuff as well. So if we do a delivery from like Idabel up and around, we'll just leave that. We're just trying to get to Kansas, realistically. This is all a bit weird around here, isn't it? Well, we can do a little bit of exploration. Maybe we tell ourselves to go down there. I don't know. We'll see what it's like when we get close. There's Pittsburgh. Not much to it. Time to head up the 69. Yeah, fewer diversions this time around. I think it's just better to just get going, really. Where am I off to? That's not where the road is. It looks like I can go through that way. Now, how much more damage is it going to cause me just driving out of this place? Because this track, I'm not going to justify by calling it a road. This track is horrific. Which makes no sense given you sent me this way. We have to wait for a train. At least there's no barriers. The barriers are really annoying because you have to wait until they fully go up before you can cross. Bump, bump, bump.
Turn left.
Okay, well, it didn't damage me that time. We specifically want to avoid any large crashes. Like, if we take a little nudge here and there, it's probably okay. But we want to avoid getting, like, T-boned at an intersection, for example. Because that's gonna hurt with the new damage system, for sure. We cover off a bit of the right-hand side that we didn't get last time round. Now we'll just speed up to cruise control levels. We can hop into our scenic view. Lots of tyres.
Go straight.
Fitting, as I am feeling fairly tired. This trailer must be very exhausted. Cruise control, 65. Peaceable road. Not when I'm on it. It's not too far. 3 hours, 22 minutes. So it's about 15 minutes or so. 14 deliveries, and we've got, it's like an average of 15-20 minutes per delivery, I guess. So it's maybe 3 per hour if you're lucky. We can always hop between towns if they're close by, and do the old trick of getting one in the bank and then driving to the next city, and then the to and from both count, so you end up getting 2 in the bank. And that helps to make it go a little bit quicker, but on average you're still taking like 15 to 20 minutes or so per point, I guess you could say, so like 3 points per hour. The most we can really hope to do in a session, we usually only go for about 3 or so hours, is like 9. So realistically we're only going to get halfway this day, probably. Pretty ambitious to expect to get more than that. I'll be happy with that. I do have to go back to the Black Sea still, as there is the event still ongoing in ETS2 as well. We managed to finish the Balkan side of things for ourselves for the sake of the personal goal, but there is also the Black Sea side of things that they tacked on. Still have to do 8 more deliveries on that, which, by the same math as I just applied, should be a single session's worth, but has been tricky finding good deliveries. And the distances in Europe can be more problematic, though I did put myself in Turkey, so I've got a decent array of things that I can travel to. But that 200 kilometer minimum, if it was 160 like the 100 miles here, I would have saved so much time in that event, because there was so many that were like 170, 180, just underneath the 200 minimum. I really wish they made it just 150, or even 100, because in Europe there's a lot of cities that are really close together, compared to America where everything's really far apart, generally. It's going to be a little way before we actually hit Kansas. It'll be interesting to see what discernible difference there is between the two, or whether it just looks fairly similar. Apparently Kansas is the sunflower state, so we might see sunflower fields. We tend to see a lot of them when driving through Europe, so it'll be interesting to see them over here. Here it tends to be more just corn and other fields. This is another on the set of roads we're going to have to travel back the other direction in order to fully explore.
Go straight.
At which point we can also go into the services. Excuse me. A very big river, the Arkansas River, or Arkansas River. I generally prefer calling it Kansas and Arkansas, not Arkansas. Apparently the only reason it's called Arkansas is because it was the French owning it and they don't pronounce a trailing S, but the actual sound that they were trying to replicate in written form should have had an S, because it was like a plural word named after one of the tribes of the area. So Arkansas makes more sense. I think the true spelling and pronunciation would be something completely different anyway. Tulsa Locust Grove. Huh? That's an attraction?
Keep left.
gonna have to move my drink across to the other side of the camera where it's more accessible. Keep forgetting to swap it over. Need it on the left for power wash sim, so I can still use my mouse and drink with my left hand. But for this I need it to be on the right, so I can still steer with my left thumbstick and drink with my right hand. Must be getting pretty close to the state line now,
Keep
I
left.
would guess.
Keep left.
It's nice that we're avoiding the toll road. Miami, 16 miles. That's not what I expected to see. Just imagine telling someone, hey, I live in Miami. Oh, really? Yeah, in Kansas. It's not quite the same. I wonder if that's what that side road is too. Very quickly run out of main road. No longer 2-lane each way. To try and get to this intersection before this other truck so we can get ahead of it. The Osmo River.
Go straight, and then turn left.
Alright. In other words, follow everyone else.
Turn left.
The gateway, Miami,
Go
Oklahoma.
straight.
Okay, so we're still in Oklahoma. And then I guess we just cross over the state line up here. So Miami, okay. Is it though? Is it
Get
really?
ready to turn right.
Here's Kansas,
Turn right.
where we are apparently turning right, and we are being told to stop, even though I don't see any traffic, so no, I won't. Yelena is a 9Ks. Maybe that's up the side road. It's not even a depot up there, it seems. It's kind of strange.
Go straight.
Joplin HD. Oh, is that there's like a truck testing thing that they added in. Maybe that's where that is. That feels like a different episode sort of thing to come back with just the truck, no trailer. And go exploring.
Go straight.
And we're almost at Pittsburgh. Isn't there another Pittsburgh as well? I feel that the Pittsburgh that I am more aware of is not here. We do need both gas and rest at some point. I guess we could have done that before we deliver. But I think we make the delivery and then we worry about advancing time
Keep
and
right,
stuff.
and then turn right.
Pick up a fresh one in the morning. Especially since we might be wanting to take freight market jobs.
Turn right.
Actually, that's more of a justification to
left,
having done it
and then
first
turn
instead,
left.
but never mind. Pittsburgh city limits. That's a
Turn
large
left.
cemetery? Even the edge dividers look like grave markers, unless that's what they are and it's not actually a fence.
Go straight.
I know we're meant to be being careful with the new damage system, but I'm still going to weave through traffic. Just slamming my head into all of these traffic lights.
Keep right, and then turn
There's a
right.
depot down here?
Turn right.
It looks like it's off by itself. It's part of the shopping complex. Gotcha. Time to jump back in the cab. Scenic, drive over. This is all just suburbs and strip malls, so not quite as exciting anyway. Let's see
Arrived at your destination.
where we want
Your route
to deliver
guidance
this.
is now finished.
Where do you need it? Too bad. Let's play it safe. And first delivery done. Yeah, it's about, 20 minutes. Almost 200 miles, so, yeah. Hey, we didn't take too much damage. 1 out of 14. Excellent. So, it's only going to count 1 from here. Unfortunately, we're in a position that... this is kind of a mistake in some ways, because we're more than 100 miles away from anything, I'm fairly sure. Yeah, so it would have been good to just take a delivery from here. Never mind. I mean, we still could, to be fair. We could take a delivery from here to Emporia, if that's available. Kansas City, Topeka. Kansas City's probably the better one. It's articulated, though, which is nasty. Junction City's a bit further, so that's 241. See, how far is that? 126 miles. Okay, so it's only just qualifying. Because our other option is we take a separate delivery like this, the 126 miles. And from there we can count 2 points if we manage to cross 100 miles from that point. It's going to get really tricky between all of these cities or through here. I can tell immediately. 184 miles, that would count if it was thing. Yeah, we really should have left Pittsburgh for later. I made a mistake. I did boo-boo. Still, never mind. Also, we want to actually take the time to sleep and fill up first if we possibly can. I guess we have to go down back. Yeah, we really should have gone here first. Oh, that's useless. Okay. Let's go for a drive.
Safe.
We really should have done this on our way into town, it turns out. Can we just drive across? No, invisible wall. They didn't even justify it with a fence or a car or anything like that. That really actually pisses me off. I do not like it when they do that. So, okay, if you want to stop me, put something in my way. Don't. Is this going to be another invisible wall? No, this isn't, interestingly. But we do actually want to go up to the intersection itself. But the fact that I couldn't go across to the back road, even though it appeared to just be car park, but it did not even let me drive on the car park. Oh, okay, no, invisible wall at the intersection. I tell you, these invisible walls. Very little rhyme or reason to... Nope, there's another one, so I could drive this far. And it registers as being... Wow. It registers as being on the side of the road because it's showing up as explored on the map. But it just won't let me drive between those bushes. That's quite funny. And really annoying. But honestly, that's the laziest bit of design. I don't expect to be able to drive literally everywhere, of course. That's just silly, but crossing the verge there seems reasonable.
Turn left.
And again, if you don't want me to do it, put in a more obvious barrier that would suggest that I can't do it, rather than just going, here's an invisible wall. Interesting that it's sending me around this way instead of just back the way I came. Or I guess it's interesting it didn't send me this way in the first place. Maybe it's a one-way system at some point.
Go straight.
Hey, at least we get to speed. Are we going to get those permanent damage points soon?
Keep right.
Soon.
Keep left, and then turn left. Turn left.
Make sure we go
Finally, we're
right to the
here.
end. Because of course we're going to have to. No way is that going to be just one bit of road. And we want to fill up before we sleep, because why would we waste our waking hours? We actually don't need to rest immediately, must be said. I do want to get gas straight away, but fairly sure rest, we'll take a look at the hours after we finish, but I'm fairly sure the rest time isn't for a little while. It'll probably get us to the next city. Oh, that's right. These don't give a distance to empty. I really need to get my Volvo back again. 4 hours and 58. Yeah, you know what? I don't need to sleep, but it is almost nighttime, so I want to sleep. Because I don't like driving just when it's dark. We're going to have to go to a very specific place, it seems, to actually get the prompt to rest. Okay. Sure. Yep, there we go. We have to park in between these two, apparently. Parking brake on and rest. Let's take us through to the morning. 5:30. Oh, nice dawn light. Let's check the job market now. Let's see what we can find here, because the place that we were getting sent to, you see, that's kind of an awkward spot. I kind of don't like that. Okay, 18 Wheels Garage, though. That's actually pretty good. That's right in Kansas City. Makes it more likely that the next one we get
Ready to roll.
is a valid delivery. Also, we get to deliver a school bus, which is kind of cool. It's a
Go
little bit
straight.
different.
Keep right, and then turn right.
We also get to speed because it's not a... now, are you turning?
Turn right.
You are turning. I didn't want to turn across a truck going straight ahead. I was in the straight ahead lane, I think. Never mind. Yes, we also get to speed
right.
because it's a freight market contract. Which means this will go much quicker before we pick up our next external contract. These roads and how you discover them,
Keep left.
very strange.
And then turn left. Turn left. Turn right, and then turn left. Turn left.
Okay, well, I'm gonna actually go straight ahead here
Finding you.
first, just because that discovers that depot.
Please make a U-turn when possible.
I almost wonder if I should
Turn
then
right.
reverse into this place, but then the gate might not open for me. Had that happen before.
We're here. Now drop the
Leasing,
load and
rental,
go.
and logistic. Apparently someone is renting a school bus, so go figure.
Get on with it.
Here's where I'm probably meant to drive around to the right. Doesn't make much difference. Either way, I'm going to have to turn and reverse, so...
Time to get the job done.
Indeed. Let's get moving. 2 hour 33 minute. That should go quicker because we will be going faster than they want us to.
Turn right.
So we are going to deviate slightly in terms of
Turn left.
the route that it wants me to take. I want to go off to the right again up here, probably. Please no train, thank you. I hate having to stop for trains. There's this little bit of intersection up here that I want to clean off, if I can.
Turn left.
I guess I don't have to go down the whole road to do that, though. They are turning, so I can turn out in front. Good. And this we just go, like, here.
Recomputing.
And then here.
Never mind. Oh, finding new. Okay. Let's find a new route.
Okay, now I have to wait for all the traffic, of course, because no lights have gone. That was almost useful, because I could have had the green light. But then they changed, just as I got there. We're also just crashing someone out. What are you doing? No, don't. I always get the wrong button and accidentally drop my trail. I don't know why that guy just stopped here for some reason. Very strange. Oh well. Scenic mode. I've got the sunrise, the morning light, reflecting off the school bus. Very nice. We haven't actually kitted our truck out in terms of like the new paint jobs and stuff that we've unlocked more recently, I think. I can't remember even. No, it was just a like a hanging decoration, I think, for the Happy Halloween. We will be getting a new paint job out of this, though. So maybe we treat ourselves. Seems every single time, though, that I've like treated myself at the end of a DLC and gotten the paint job rewards, bought a new truck. I prefer the Volvo in this game over pretty much any other truck because of the cab design, and it just feels quite nimble as well. It's not quite as long. Yeah, and I'll kit myself out with a new Volvo and get the new paint job applied and everything, and then they'll release a new truck. It happened last time. There was a DLC, and then I got the new Volvo all kitted out, and then they released the new Western Star, so, you know, we felt obliged to give that a go. And that's what we're still in. Still in the new Western Star. It is a nice vehicle, don't get me wrong, but the display in the cab, it could really do with a distance to empty. It's really annoying that that's a pretty basic feature to have, and they just don't. It also feels pretty sluggish around some of the corners. It's such a long distance from the front wheels to the rear as well. Yeah, partly that's because I've got the big, like, sleeper cab and stuff. And that's because the paint job looks better with that. Can't apply the same paint job on a shorter cab. So, you know. Also better for heavy transport like this, for example. It feels so good to not be limited to 65 miles an hour. My word. I always imagine this song with the drums being played like by a hyperactive Ryuji on a Donkey Kong drum kit for some reason. Okay, 91, I think that's a good thing to set the cruise control to. This episode seems to be we're just travelling up to 69 because that's what we're on again, to get all the way up to Kansas City. I'm fine with this. And we're already only got 60 miles to go. Really does fly when you're able to speed as much as you can with a freight market job instead of the internal contracts.
Keep right, then exit right.
Probably time to jump back into the cab soon for
Exit right.
first-person driving once we hit the actual city. Oh, apparently it's Des Moines further up this road. That's a different state, fairly sure. I can't remember which one. Not sure which way they're going to go from here. Ah, bollocks. I thought I was going to miss that car, but I just couldn't quite turn fast enough.
Keep left.
St. Louis also that way. And a photo op. Well, we'll take that. I'm guessing it's just a Kansas City skyline, so we may as well take it while we're here. Hop. Photo studio. Don't mind if I do. Bump. Skyline of Kansas City. Called it. Oh, now. Where can we get the sun's in an annoying place, but that's fine. We can change the time of day. We can just wind it back so it's more in dawn again. We also want to get rid of the bloody blur. Let's just wind that back. Oh yeah, there we go. That's what you want. That's what you want. Something like that. What's the weather like, I wonder? We don't want fog. Bit of cloud could be nice though. Not too much. Okay, I think 2 might be what we like. I wish there was a drop down so I didn't just have to cycle around everywhere. Oh, we don't want... No, we don't want that sort of weather. Never actually looked at all of the options for the weather because I don't like driving in the rain, funnily enough. Don't we want 1 again? But oh, we can't right click either. It's kind of annoying. Oh, okay, that's how that works apparently. Never mind. There we go. I think that's good. I was hoping for a bit of cloud and having like a bit of orange or something, but maybe that would be earlier. No, not quite. And it's not really lit up all that much. Oh no, actually. Actually, there we go. That's more like it. Oh, I can even see the constellations moving. Okay, there we go. I think that's what we want. Very nice. Skyline of Kansas City. Very nice. And back to daytime.
Keep left.
It's a bit of a labyrinth through here. I think we should pop back into here. Kind of lose
right.
the sensation
Right.
a little bit more when I'm in third person mode, so I don't quite judge how much I should
Exit
brake
right.
more. Like that car that we clipped earlier, I'd probably have been able to miss if I'd known that I needed to just brake a little bit. Like here, for example, we are not taking this corner at any faster than 40 or thereabouts. There's a viewpoint right here too. Very nice.
Go straight.
We could take the viewpoint right now, I guess.
Keep left, and then turn left.
Like, it does pass time, and this is a freight market job, but we have gotten here much quicker than they expected us to. So I don't think there's much problem
Turn left.
in taking the viewpoint right now. It is on the wrong side of the road, but still. This is a weird place to have us just stop. Just next to a pile of trash. Apparently. It's just... Okay. It's Kansas City. A disused loading bay? Apparently. I'll take this opportunity to move my drink over. Well, there's the lovely skyline that we had. It would be nice with the viewpoints in the photo gallery, like when you trigger them, obviously you trigger them at the date, time, weather that it is as you arrive. When you view them through the gallery later, it's pretty much always like midday, bright sunny skies. You see it in like the ideal scenario. It would be nice if you had the same sort of like day and time and weather options as a photo before you launch into the viewpoint. So that way, if I want to see this at dawn or at night, then I could. Would be kind of nice. It's alright.
Get ready to turn.
Half expecting there to, after that time spent in the viewpoint, for a train to just come along. We just have to stop again.
And then keep left.
18 wheels garage of steel.
We're here. Right on time.
They said the thing. No, I'm not doing that. I mean, even that's bad enough, but I'm not bothered with complicated turning and reversing and stuff. I'm too tired for that. I haven't bothered last few events because it's like, I don't need the XP. If it gave you a cash bonus, then maybe, but it really doesn't matter. So, and yeah, XP for what? I'm max level. A little bit of damage there. Unfortunately, it took a bit of a shunt from when we hit the car as well. And of course, now we're at 12% or something stupid. So, still 1 out of 14 there. That was intentional. We just drove. I mean, it would have qualified, but that's fine.